So yesterday in the Ludwig Tarek event, we got our first look at the new Icebox and how it's playing out. And there were some interesting things that were going on, but also there was quite a lot of this as well. A lot of old Icebox stuff going on, where we get a lot of people grouping up as groups, as they tend to do, hitting a site like the very last round in the game.
They continue to push the flank, though. I don't think we've really seen this.
Yeah.
It actually might. The timing looks kind of good because there is a nano to delay.
Pretty scary.
Yeah, they're gonna have all. They have 3 here already.
It's a good delay. Okay,
This flank is cooking.
Oh my god, it's huge. Are they gonna be looking for this?
He gets 2. They don't know about the second still. Zepp is right here.
Oh, he's so
Great net.
Did you hear that? You must have, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
Such good micro. But he loses the fight.
Nah.
CB3.
This is no fucking way.
And now one off
One
of
off
ult.
pit. If he plants, he gets it.
How the hell does he plant? 20 seconds. Another flank.
If he walks around this corner with Boosty, they can take the 1v1 against the guy on site and then get plant. Oh, but he needed to win it.
That was a kill of the round.
1v3.
He has ult.
10 seconds left.
Whilst a lot of the game did play out in a Icebox fashion, let's say, there were some things that were definitely new. And the first one is here on round number 2, Cryo bought an Outlaw. And that's kind of interesting, but perhaps even more interesting than that, C9 still forced into an Outlaw on round 2, which is perhaps even more crazy. And look, personally, I thought that this would be the thing that the Outlaw actually would have an impact on, because of course, you know, like Cloud9 here, you can only, you know, probably afford Stinger light shields, which is true for those of them that did buy Stingers. And you know that the Outlaw is going to be very good against that, right? And so it kind of decentivizes doing that. But you see that Cloud9 still did it here. It doesn't go well for them this round. And on the whole, the Outlaw, if you are one of those people that thought the Outlaw is completely broken, busted, you know, everyone's going to be picking it all the time, well, that didn't really happen. You know, we saw in instances like this that if you win the defensive pistol round, you know, your Jet or Chamber player will commonly buy an Outlaw. Yes, that happens. Other than that, you know, it was maybe used here and there, but not really a ton. There you go, there's Cryo missing some shots with it. You see that the Force didn't work here for C9, and the Outlaw obviously carrying this in after the Force is actually very good for the next round as well. So, you know, it's not like a useless gun that you'll never see, but at least so far in the couple games that, you know, we've seen, I think, on the new patch, it hasn't dominated. But of course, the big changes on Icebox happened mostly in mid, and it did have an impact. And I think that both teams, you could tell, obviously haven't had a lot of practice on the new Icebox yet, and didn't really know how to figure out mid and exactly what to do. And that will be a big question going forward. Like we see in this round, lurking mid had big payoffs.
Community note that.
40 meters?
Check that, yeah.
Chat, what's the meter range on Deadlock ult?
They're just going to lie.
Oh, no. They would. Wait, did you connect?
Nope.
At least he shot it.
He did use it. Oh, that was almost sick.
One enemy remains.
I like how we're using chat as like chat GPT replacement.
They're better than ChatGPT.
Dude, they're smart.
They show emotion.
So at the end of that, that's just going to be a save there for 100 Thieves. But did you notice what the Killjoy setup was? Because here's what Boostio's setup is, right? He's got the turret in kitchen, and he's got the alarm bot here in tube. And this is the big difference. That before, you know, you used to just put the turret here and maybe put an alarm bot to watch for this A-lurk. But because, of course, now, you know, this window is now a problem, you see that Boostio has moved his alarm bot into tube instead. And I think what we'll see as well as this goes forward, and again, probably these teams haven't had time to learn this kind of stuff, but I'm sure we will see some kind of Sova Shock Dart lineup here, you know, to come and destroy any alarm bot that does come in here commonly. But you see what ends up happening here is that we just get a free lurk kill here, right? This is just round winning, game over, right? Lurk in mid. And it's difficult for just a Killjoy alone to maybe stop all of the different things that could go on in mid. But now let me show you round number 12, where we have the old setup and see what happens, right? Because here you've got the turret back here again. This time you've got this deep alarm bot to stop this A-lurk. And guess what's going to happen this time?
Like, you keep thinking they're going to be different, but then they're still the same team, no matter how many pieces you change. Because I feel like that's always been what we talk about. Yeah, with 100 Thieves, it's still like some set plays. Sometimes it gets weird in the mid round. They still have really good individuals, but it's more around like the calling a lot of setups.
That deadlock util, by the way, is so good. Look at this wall. And then the C's was in the back right and covered everything.
Oh my god.
This harbor ult is not doing shit.
Yeah, that,
We do not care.
it activated Oxy.
Should they buff it?
No.
No, I think Harbor is good. I just,
The ult?
I mean,
I think
I
the
honestly
ult
think
is
Harbor
good.
is kind of fake on this map.
What do you mean fake?
Like, because you use like his main thing.
And so, of course, this time with this setup, we see obviously the Viper come into the window instead, and it's going to pick off Boostio here as he's rotating, right? And this is the thing. These mid-lurks, you know, we've seen here 2 rounds where it paid off big time, and throughout this game, if teams did mid-lurk more, there was a ton of space and a ton of potential free kills to be found by doing so. So defenders definitely need to be figuring out on how exactly they're going to deal with this mid window. Now, the other big change we saw in Icebox, of course, was towards B main, and this space got harder to defend, and this creates big problems for defenders as well, as we'll see in these next couple of rounds that I'm going to show you. Because take a look at this, right? All we need here for Cloud9 is a Sova and a Jet, right? And this drone's going to come out, and because this space is more wide open now, it can clear quite a bit more, and Oxy feels confident in just dashing across just there and getting into this spot. And take a look at what that's going to do here to 100 Thieves. Look at how much they believe, like, yeah, this is a B hit. We've got the wall. Everyone's behind the wall. It's just a Jet and Sova, right? Before this, you know, we might have brought quite a few more players to actually do this. But now that this space is a bit more open, we kind of trust that, like, it's hard to get aggressive here now. So we don't maybe need as much to get across to here. And then once we're across to here with our Jet, you think it's a B hit. In reality, we're going to come A in a second, right? And the way that this round ends up playing out is actually, you know, Oxy's going to get this kill here on B, which makes it even more convincing, right? And these guys are going to stay here basically even longer. Even though, look at the map, it's just him on his own. Now, Cloud9, you know, don't capitalize on this perhaps as well as they could. They're actually going to kill DEADLOCK down A, perhaps not believing that they've sold it as well as they have. But this is a big problem, and now we'll see what happens in another round as well with the struggles of defending B main. And if we take a look at round number 11, you'll see these problems, right? That this time we're going to have a aggressive cryo defensive op here on B, wanting to get aggressive. He sees the Viper wall go up, and it's like, oh, I'm not doing anything, right? Oh, this Viper wall goes up. Oh, they can sneak around here. You know, oh, can't op this, I have to go back, right? And again, look at how easy it is for us to just clear out B, right? That we just put the wall up, we get our Jet now on the line with our own op, and now we feel confident that we've cleared out B, right? And this is, again, a big problem that it's going to be so tough for defenders to figure out what should we actually do in this space to properly defend it, right? Because as we run this round forward, you see that Vanity ends up coming back here towards B, and he now doesn't have to use his drone to clear out this space like maybe you would have done before, right? He can now drone from super deep, right? He can come all the way up here and drone from deep on B and push Cryo even further back, definitely to make him sure he's behind the Viper wall, and now you're just playing retake on B, right? Job over. Right, you're now playing retake on B. We can plant the spike, you know, perhaps if we want to. Just from that, right? We barely did anything. But that's the problem that now they're going to face. And as we run this round forward, you'll see that this time they end up running a bit of like a double fake where, you know, again, they've just walked into A as well. You know, and so they've got, look how much control they've got from not really doing anything. Right, they've used basically a drone. And that's it. And look at how deep they are on both sides, essentially. Now they're going to Viper spit this and run a double fake, and 100 Thieves have no idea what to do.
It's very quiet on the map. Very quiet indeed. Once again, we get a lot of this forward space taken for free around B-long, B-lang.
I feel like both teams like to just like take space, you know? Like they don't really use, like if there's not like peeking in there, they're just comfortable dry walking out.
This is really sketchy right now for these because they've completely lost B.
Yeah.
Wait, they planted on B already.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And again, this deadlock wall makes the retake kind of a pain in the ass if you're coming from spawn.
Yeah.
You like have to funnel mid.
Ooh, that's tilt for Boostio.
And so there you go. Now that defending B and mid has more defensive challenges as well, you can see that defending this map is tough, right? Like it's really tough now. Now I know that a lot of you though are screaming, TMV, there's a deadlock in this game. Talk about deadlock in this game. Well, a lot of the deadlock use was, you know, fine but not amazing, but there was this really one funny round with the deadlock where its use was actually quite innovative and really quite good.
Yeah,
This is pretty cool. It is very hard to hold A even with a Viper's Pit at the pro level, so they have a full KJ setup around it.
That lockdown is still available as well. That's really annoying because there's nothing to deal with that. There's no Hunter's Fury or anything, so...
It's a great setup. This is super cool. The question is, how does Cloud9 get through this?
Yeah, I feel like you're not banking on there being so much KJ util here on top of this. Oh, they
Why
did
are
manage
they
to break
so
some
pressed
stuff.
on like going this way?
I don't know. They have 0 map control.
Yeah. Nothing in mid. They've been like committed from the beginning.
They got the Viper though.
And Zeppa just gets 2. He has ult now too.
Hello, my kittens.
Yeah. Misses again. Oh, good.
At least
hello,
he gets it.
Celsius.
He uses it right away. What's up?
Hey, man.
And so there you go. The deadlock use, maybe not the best in the world. You know, still getting used to that, I'm sure, are the C9 players. But this using a sonic sensor in the pit and Bang didn't destroy it and just kind of, you know, sat by it, which means that when he gets this first kill on Oxy, he gets stunned and then he's just a free kill, right? So actually, I thought was a really cool use of the deadlock. Obviously, we saw the ult miss there at the end. Just here, not the best ult you're ever going to see, but they did trade the kill, so, you know, it's not the end of the world there, and they did ultimately win the round just there. So, you know, not bad from C9 overall, but I think what we saw as a whole in this game was that the changes have made an impact. There are definitely some things that are going to need to be figured out, essentially, I think. Particularly those mid lurks. Like, if both teams committed to mid lurking every single round, there would have been a lot of value from that. There was a lot of gaps, a lot of spaces to really exploit that, to be honest. And so definitely some things need to be changed in how maybe teams approach the defensive side on this map, as it doesn't look very easy to defend in general.